Good morning, good morning. I'm about to go live in Clubhouse and I thought you might want to join me. I'm hoping that the air conditioner kicks off here in a second because it's really loud and I don't know how to make it stop being loud. Um, yeah, I might try to adjust the air conditioner really quick. Hold on one second. I don't think there's anything I can do about that, but okay, here we go. So if you are on Clubhouse, then feel free to join me in the app. I'm in the Functional Faith Room and I'm Krista Arthur on the app. Here we go. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so I named the room today One Simple Path to Freedom. If you are new to Clubhouse, welcome, welcome. And there will be an opportunity to join the conversation on stage. And my name is Crystal Arthur. I am a functional wholeness coach. I help you with your holistic health and I help you get to the root of everything that is holding you back in life. Um, if you maybe you think you need to wait until something is broken to fix it, or maybe you think it's too late to see transformation in your dysfunction, your disorder, your diagnosis, or your doubt. Well, think again. Whether it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, or even relational health, functional faith wholeness, which I am the owner and founder of, is your health and wellness partner that connects the dots between faith and your vibrant, purpose filled life. So, this morning we're going to talk about the one simple path to freedom. And a lot of times we get confused on our health journey, right? We think that we should follow this protocol or that protocol or this diet, or we should go to this church because that church isn't really vibing with us like we thought it would, or we should follow this pastor's sermons online because he's more our speed, whatever it might be in our health journey, whether it's spiritual health or physical health, mental health, emotional or relational. We think that we get confused and we get overwhelmed, and a lot of times we just quit and then we try again and we start over, and we try a different Bible study series, or we try this gym, right? There's so much information out there when it comes to personal development or when it comes to living a healthy life, right? But I want to talk this morning about one simple path to freedom, and it's any freedom, whether it is physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, or relational. But this morning specifically, I'm going to hone in on the physical, mental, emotional, right? What we can do through just simply through nutrition. Now, if you're familiar with me and my work, we don't only take care of your physical body, right? We don't only focus on nutrition. That is one of the many modalities that we have to serve you. But we're going to kind of hone in there some, and we're going to talk about that simple path that we can guide you through, right? So, um, so so the first step that you take on the path when you come into our practice is we have a strategy session. That is your first session. It is completely free. It's complimentary, and uh, it is very simple. You fill out a questionnaire, a survey, and then we give you a snapshot of your holistic health in that first session. And I'm referring to these. I'm referring to the path in the context of working with us. But this is something that you can do on your own as well. I just we've seen, and you probably know that if you could do it on your own, you would have, right? and and having guidance, especially trained expert guidance, it amplifies the journey, right? It optimizes the journey and it makes your likelihood for success and sustainable success more likely, right? And so the first step is assessment, the right. Um, And then the second step is making recommendations to yourself or from a professional. And the next step is tracking your progress, right? I call this the art of our practice. And I get that from Andrea Nakayama from the Functional Nutrition Alliance. She is who trained me on the functional nutrition side of things. And it is the only protocol that I use, and I believe the only protocol that we need to experience freedom in our lives, whether we are walking ourselves through it or we want to have more certainty that we're going to make progress that's sustainable, and truly see we're committed to our transformation and we want to walk along this healing journey, this health journey with someone else, with accountability. And so assessment, recommendations, and then tracking. So we're gonna focus on the assessment piece of it because that is so key. And that is a huge gap that we see missing in both healthcare and soul care is assessment. It's really getting to know you, the professional, really getting to know me, getting to know us before jumping into recommendations. Because how you know what I need if you haven't really spent time getting to know me and my needs, not just what I'm experiencing, right? But why I'm experiencing these things, whether they are physical symptoms or emotional symptoms, right? So we spend a lot of time just in the assessment phase because I don't just want to know, and you shouldn't just want to know what you're experiencing. You shouldn't just want to know what's on the surface, what's on the tip of the iceberg. You want to know why you're experiencing the symptoms that you're experiencing, right? So what we're doing is talking about one simple path to experiencing freedom in every area of our lives, right? And why we want to walk this particular path, this art of the practice path, this assess, recommend, and tracking path, is because we don't want to just know what we're experiencing. We want to know why we're experiencing. So how do we do that? First, we start with a simple questionnaire, for us, it's a client application to see, to start to give you a snapshot of your holistic health. You fill out the application, then we do our first complimentary session with you. This is about a 30 to 60-minute session where we give you a overall snapshot of your holistic health from everything that we've already discussed: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and relational. It's literally a snapshot. I take a screenshot at the end of the session and I email it to you so you can have it. On that snapshot of your health, you see where you are across the board, as well as we don't make recommendations, right, on the first session because I still don't know you well enough yet, right? We still don't have a complete enough picture just from a simple survey and a short conversation. But you will leave that first complimentary session with that snapshot of your overall health, literally a picture, right? And also resources, not recommendations, but resources. Those might be books, they might be blogs or podcasts. It might be a resource, might be in another practitioner that I think will really benefit. You'll really benefit from using. And one of the resources that you might walk away with is working together with me. I love to be, that's like my favorite thing. If I had one title to give myself that people wouldn't understand, but I would love, it'd just be resource. I love resources, right? And I love equipping people with resources to help themselves, and as well as to partner with them. So that is step one. Do the client application and to sit down together, get a snapshot of your overall health, and walk away with resources and an idea of whether we are a great fit to work together to walk alongside you in your health journey. So step two is a health history. This looks like an intake form, right? So we're going from a simple questionnaire and a snapshot of your overall health to looking at your health history from the moment you were born all the way to the current day, right? And so what does this allow us to do? It is very detailed. It's a very detailed intake form because we see people who are very motivated and very committed to their overall health, right? It's going to be detailed because we're not just looking at what's on your plate, right? We're looking at why you're experiencing the things that you are experiencing, symptoms, disorders, diagnoses, dysfunction. We want to know more than just what's showing on the surface. So we have to dig a little deeper. This is a really great chance for us to get to know one another, for us to build trust between us. And this is an opportunity for me to show you some empathy that maybe you haven't experienced when you're going to doctor's office after doctor's office after doctor's office. And God forbid, maybe you haven't even experienced this empathy at church or in your religious practice. Unfortunately, this is often true. And I've seen this in ministry and I've seen this in practice that even when it comes to soul care, we're not shown empathy all the time. Sometimes we're told, sometimes our shepherd, sometimes our spiritual shepherd, our pastor, our priest, whatever it might be, functions similarly to our doctors. They see what's occurring on the surface. They see the dysfunction or the sin, right? They see the fruit that is born, but rather than addressing the root of that symptom, diagnosis, or sin, as it's called in some spaces, they just want us to pick the fruit off. They just want to cover up the fruit, like the doctor might want to do sometimes, or they just want to pick the fruit off and discard it. But then we're still bearing the same fruit because no one has helped us, no one has shown us empathy and helped us dig down to the root. So that is why we take such an in-depth health history, and use such an in-depth intake form to map out that health history. So that is our second session. It's an hour-long session, and it's an opportunity for you to be heard and hear yourself, maybe even for the first time. Something that often is said in this session by my clients is, why has my doctor never told me that? Or why hasn't anyone ever said it to me in that way, right? And so the step 3 is our is a motivational interview, where we have your intake form, right? We have your health history timeline, and now we are doing the second part of your review, your Premier Case Review. And it is where we are mapping out a matrix, all of who you are onto a functional nutrition matrix, as well as at the end of that appointment, I will send you your starter pack with your action form in it. In this session, we are working with you to help you see the big picture of your health, as well as guiding you in creating your customized plan, your customized protocol. This is so much fun because it's different for everyone. On the matrix, we are able to see your story, as well as the soup the soup of your soul, the soup of what's all going on physiologically within you, what's going on in your home and in your mind, and then the skills that you can acquire and develop that are going to work towards bringing wholeness into your story, and healing into your story, and wholeness into your body and your mind, right? And so this is a very fun session, and it is an opportunity for both of us to partner together in a way that's therapeutic, that's helping you to learn to listen to your body, listen to your mind, and listen to your spirit and the Spirit of God, so that you can see clearly how to take these steps forward, right? It's so simple, and it is so freeing. And this is the art of the practice. This is the assessment that we take. And so often this part is skipped over because I think people, we want to rush to the resolution, and we didn't get to where we are overnight. We didn't get to what we are experiencing, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, relationally. We didn't get here overnight, and so it's not a quick fix. It's not an overnight, uh, miracle pill. Right? Miracles happen. I believe in miracles, and I believe God works miracles in supernatural and natural ways. But but it's it's a process, right? And transformation can be a windy road. The health journey can be full of hills and valleys, but we're here to walk you through every step of the way. And we start here. We start with this assessment. I hope that was encouraging to someone. It is a simple plan, a simple path, and I would love to walk with you on that path. If you would like, to learn more about how I practice as a functional wholeness coach, looking at your holistic health, right? I practice integratively. So I integrate several different modalities into your coaching, into your your path, as well as I'm connected with a number of incredible experienced practitioners that can walk alongside you as well. And it is functional because we get to the root of what is what you're experiencing on every level, and we get to know you as a person, and we don't just treat you like you are your dysfunction, right? We treat you, we look at your whole story and teach you how to treat yourself. Treat yourself and be your own healer and be the hero of your story. So, if you have any questions, please direct message me, and we can start your journey today. We can start your journey with that first step, which is that client application, that questionnaire, and that first complimentary free session where you get a snapshot of your holistic health, and a resources to take on your own or with accountability, so that you have so that you can truly commit to sustainable progress and transformation in your life. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday. Go in peace and presence.